and we got them for you. Let's get into Yikes of the Week. Now, I'll start with mine, and I will preface this because I tweeted it out earlier, and a lot of people seem to be like, who cares? This is dumb that people care about it. Scrappy from the Toronto Ultras Academy team, Call of Duty. Have you seen this video of the trash talk?
I've seen the backlash. I have not actually seen the video. So if you want to link it, I'll watch it.
I will play the audio. You don't necessarily need the video. Close your eyes. Imagine any old school, they're in challengers.
It's a Call of Duty event.
Yep. The TVs are right back to back. You're sitting across the table from your opponents. They stand up, talk trash, move on, right? That's the setting. So you get it. I don't know who they're playing against, but Scrappy, 19 years old, plays for Toronto Ultra Academy, never been on like the top pro level, is very energetic, as I say. He's very vocal. I'll play the audio here in just a second, but I will preface, and I said this in my tweet, I appreciate smack talk. I really do. Anyone who's played with me knows that I enjoy a good smack talking, good shit talk here and there. However, well, I'll play the audio and then I'll make my point on why. And I don't even think this is a yikes, to be fair. It's more of a cringe of the week. Like, I saw it and I just like, a piece of me was like, oh God, I hope I don't sound like that when I talk shit. And I don't think I do, and I'll explain my case. Let me see if I can't play this audio here for you.
Nice! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, bro! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Man! Let's go! Put the fuck on, man! Let's go! Let's fucking go, guys. You are shit, especially you. I know you know, but you know your shit. You even know your shit. God damn, son. How the fuck are you guys here? Like, actually. How are you actually here? Like, damn, bro. Fucking hell. Alright. Quick one. Nice, let's go. Oh my fucking God, let's go. Oh! Who the fuck was that? You're dog shit.
So you get the idea.
Fucking sticky. Fucking shit. You fucking shit stand. Come on. How the fuck you choking grand finals? You guys are nervous shit stands. You guys are fucking bums. You played a whole series and you still choke.
You get it. You get the idea. And it goes on for like another minute, right? This is where I say it's cringe to me. A, you're on the academy team. Like, if you're gonna shit talk, I say you got to do it. And this is why kids these days, they don't know how to do like classy shit talk. It's not creative, right? He's just yelling. There's no wittiness to it. There's no zinger, as I say. And maybe this is a boomer opinion. Maybe people are listening right now saying like, hey, this is COD and you're just a boomer and you don't understand it. Listen here, kids, all right? We created shit talking, all right? We do more than just yelling. We do a mental assault on your confidence. So I know how it goes. I feel like this was lazy shit talk. I feel like you're on an academy team, so you can't talk that much. It's like when people try to talk shit in a silver game to us on Counter-Strike, and you're like, buddy, we're all here. Like, and I feel
we're in the same group.
Like, I feel, and maybe you can attest to this, and maybe I'm getting soft in my old age or having kids have changed me. I really don't talk that much shit anymore. Maybe I just don't care as much.
It depends. It's 50-50 with you still. You don't do it as much. Like, you used to do it a lot more, but you'll still have your moments.
Moments. Okay.
Yeah, still have your moments.
Yeah, maybe
And you still always have to have the last word.
Well, that's...
Which causes an extra amount of rage-inducing moments in my time with you. So it just depends. It's still 50-50.
Yeah, no, that is true. And I also think that, like, even after the game, you see Scrappy talking shit. I feel like I leave it in the game, though. After the game, you say GGs, you shake hands, and then you move on. You don't talk shit after the game. That's shit talking etiquette 101 for you kids out there who still want to talk shit, but still realize you're in the pro scene and you probably need to be somewhat friends with all these people eventually. That's how you handle it. Now the other team was talking trash too. That's why I said that's like some people are like, oh my god, this is appalling and blah blah blah. I don't think it's appalling. I mean, it's gaming, but at the same time, I can see why if you're an org or if you're the TO, in this case like Activision and all those people running it, I could see why you watch this and say, oof, we need to tone it down a little bit. You don't need to cut it out. He didn't say anything that was like offensive, but it's like, hey bud, just.
I'm a non-confrontational person by nature. Like, it's not. I always find these clips super cringe. Like,
They're cringe,
like
right?
sometimes to where I honestly have to change it because I feel so embarrassed for that individual. Like on my end, maybe I'm sure he doesn't feel that way. Obviously, or he wouldn't be doing it. But I've always, in Gears of War, Call of Duty, it feels like the console scene predominantly, although we've seen it in the PC scene too. It's just sometimes it gets taken to the next level.
I feel like it's the leaning forward or something. Like the blood flows differently on console or something.
Like, it's different. Like if you're like maybe talking in the middle of a round, like you make a big play and you yell something out, But it's like the get up, the pointing in your face, like you're gonna actually do something kind of moments where I'm like.
I will say this too.
The cool factor is completely gone here.
It doesn't help that Scrappy looks like someone that like he would fall over if you breathed on him too heavy. Like he is not a
scrawny little dude.
He is not a threatening figure whatsoever.
Tim, he's a scrappy fighter.
He is scrappy. That is for sure.
The name is fitting. Like you got to be scrappy, in general with that physique right now.
All I'm saying
he's
is
growing into his body. It's not us talking shit. Just saying it just doesn't feel hard.
I'm talking shit.
It doesn't feel hard. It makes me cringe when I see it. I'm like, the best let their play do the talking for him.
And that's why I feel like getting older, that's kind of where, and maybe again, he's 19. So let's give the benefit of the doubt. When I was 19, I remember being at MLG at events talking shit to people sitting across from me. Like I definitely not like that. Never like that.
It's just never been in, like, because I've been to plenty of events also where it's like I've talked shit like in game, but it's never gotten to a point where it's like I'm standing up, pointing at somebody, calling them out that way. Like,
it was always in good fun. It was always in good fun. Now in hockey, on the other hand, I was.
Hockey's totally different. You're in person, you're physical, and you're in a physical sport. You're already pissed off. Like, we don't count our hockey playing days because I think we would both admit we're probably different people on the hockey.
You put me on the ice. I remember one time, man, when I first started dating my wife, her family wanted to come watch me play hockey. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, you can come. And I told my wife, I was like, hey, like, they're going to hear me. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the stadium ain't that loud. We
don't have 1,000 people coming to see this game.
Right. This is beer league. We have like maybe 20 people in that stands watching us right now. Like, they're gonna hear me talk. And she's like, okay. And then afterwards, like, I could just see them, and I'm like,
no, I trust me. In hockey games, it's one place where, I mean, emotions get the best of you easily because there's so much contact, right? You're just like pissed off half the damn game. And so yeah.
But either way,
different.
I don't have anything wrong. I'm with you though. The Scrappy situation, nothing's wrong with it from like a moral standpoint. He didn't cross any lines in my opinions. It is just super cringe. Like, there is, for all you young folk out there, and don't make fun of us for being old, because it's going to happen to you. There's a time in your life where you will hear this and you will be like, oof, that's cringe. That's a bit much for an academy team player. Like, in what appears to be an early stage in the event, because they're not on main stage.
But it's funny because, like I said, you watch the pros, you don't see this in pro league. Like, this is just something
because I think they're buddies and they have more respect for each other, right?
And you would wish the amateurs would learn that, because those are going to be your fellow pros at some point, right?
I don't think this helps him by any means getting ahead. Like, I understand, like, people think it's funny, people are laughing in the video, but from like I don't think he's getting into his opponent's head. And then when they were talking shit to him, he looked like a scared puppy dog. So maybe that's how you do it. You just ignore it. I don't know. But for me, shit talking is more like in jest. It's fun. Whatever. It was more cringe to me than anything. I wanted to bring it up. No,
I agree with you. All right, Tim. My yikes is just a sad yikes. It's just a sad
Mm.
day for gamers everywhere. E3 has announced that it will not hold a physical or digital show once again in 2022. So this is back-to-back years now.
Did they do one
And
in 21? Or no, wait. This is 22. Did they do one in 20?
I thought they did digital. I think they did digital.
Oh,
if I'm
this
not
is they're
mistaken.
not doing anything this year.
They're not doing anything.
I thought
It's
they were doing
completely
digital.
canceled.
It's completely done.
Yeah, it's completely done this
Oh,
year. And so for me, the yikes here is like I think this is just kind of the end of E3. Like those are the vibes I'm getting because every major publisher now holds their own show or presser of some sort throughout the year to do their own announcements. There is no point in them paying the big fees and having to just use their stage when it's become more of a tech show versus like a gaming focused show. So I'm sure E3 will like still do its thing, maybe without as much of a gaming focus, right?
yeah.
Like
Here's a quote
Nintendo
here
doesn't come.
for you. It says E3 has been officially canceled to any capacity in 2022, as you already said. Organizers are confident the physical event will return in 2023. I wish I was that confident.
No, but like I'm sure it will from like a tech standpoint. Like E3 is cool. There's stuff that goes on at these events outside of gaming, right? And
It's just not
not
going to be what it
huge.
was, though.
It won't because I think too many publishers will come there with not their bigger announcements. It'll probably be like updates, but we've seen so many pull out. I'm just like, I'm not really looking forward to like an Ubisoft and EA show. You know, like that's
Right.
not what I'm looking for. And so
I mean,
I don't know, some
hell,
of that mystique, like it just feels like it's gone.
look at today. Epic did a State of Unreal on their own on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's normally what you would expect to see at these little, conventions is like, oh, okay, they're going to show off their new engine here. And they were like, nah, fuck it. Let's do it on April 5th because that makes a whole lot. It's like some insignificant Monday. Like, or Tuesday even. Like,
No, I mean, yeah, like I mean, granted, they wanted to get into like a tech-heavy conversation, and that went like pretty long for what they were trying to do. If it was at a E3, they would have to condense that down to like 5 minutes or something, and just show off some cool clips. But I just think everybody kind of wants to do their own thing. It's cheaper, especially in the digital age. They all have space where they can do it, and the right technical people were already on staff to do it. So, I just feel like we're slowly losing out on what E3 was, and it's sad because it's even more sad for me, I feel, because I've always wanted to go.
Yeah,
I never made it a priority until recently. You and I talked about going in 20, and that's when COVID hit. And so
we had it like booked and everything. Like,
yeah, we had like the permission. We were like all set to go, and we're like, okay, we'll just do it next year. And now it's just kind of fallen off. Like, I don't know how interested I am in like attending. And maybe like I would look at like a CES type event now in Vegas or something like that instead of an E3.
Yeah, I'll have to see what it's like because I agree. It's always been on my bucket list, but like to go all the way out to California to go play some indie games or what, it's like,
yeah,
I'll have to see what it turns into because you're right. It can't be what it was. Like, there's just no way. I mean, developers just don't even do it the same way. So stay hard, E3. We'll see you in 2023, apparently. So hopefully. Good dudes, good